Mark Lauder is a former special assistant to President Trump. Ashley Hayek is the executive director of America First Works, and our political panel is here to weigh in. So President Biden says he will not pardon Hunter. He's going to accept the outcome of the trial. Mark, what do you think about those comments?
Bookmark, save that clip. Look, this is the same guy who said that the economy is good, the border is secure. Trust me. After November 5th, win or lose, he will pardon his son, especially if he loses. I expect a pardon on January 19th.
Ashley, your thoughts?
Well, I think Mark is exactly right. He's a Biden. We can't trust him. But I think what he is saying is there's an admission of guilt there. Remember, the family has been trying to cover for Hunter, have made so many excuses for him. And now he's basically saying he's guilty. But the bottom line is that there is a two-tiered system of justice here. We're seeing something play out for President Trump, for Steve Bannon, for the pro-life dad, for the war veteran, 80-year-old war veteran who showed up at the wrong protest. That's very, very different from the Biden family. And it keeps happening over and over again. There's an awakening that's happening in this country. The American people are sick of the cronyism and the deep state and the swamp. And that's why we are going to see an unprecedented turnout of the American people this fall to get rid of this corrupt family from office.
Again, it's going to come down to members of this Delaware jury as to how they weigh the evidence and ultimately come to a conclusion in this Hunter Biden case. We'll be watching that closely. We'll have an update in our next hour. In the meantime, I wanted to pivot to some beep stakes news. We heard from the former president, Donald Trump, that he's going to make a big announcement at the RNC next month, where he will make the selection as to who his 2024 running mate will be. And you see some on the short list on your screen here: Doug Burgum, Tim Scott, Elise Stefanik, J.D. Vance, Ben Carson, Marco Rubio, Tom Cotton, and Byron Donalds. And yes, as we know, Mark, there could be a wild card. He could choose someone who's not even on the list, who we don't even know at this point. But who are you keeping your eyes on?
Well, I think that all of that group would make a great vice president. I mean, the key for the vice president is help the president get elected, help him govern. And I think all of those folks on that list, and maybe others that we haven't talked about yet, would do that. This is the normal process. I was obviously on the 2016 campaign with then Governor Pence. The vetting starts at this time, and then Governor Pence was announced the weekend before the convention. So I think he's right on schedule. This will happen right on time, and it'll be a great choice.
Ashley, is there someone who you're looking for who might assist in winning over a demographic that the former president might be looking to court this time around, including those suburban women? Anyone who stands out to you who could help there?
Look, I think that President Trump is the best salesperson of all, and he is going to drive people to the polls like he always does. What we need is somebody who, can step in and just help be an extension of the great policies that the president has had in the previous administration. I think all of those people embody that. And I do love that we are the party that is the big tent. We are a diverse party. If you look at that list, Cuban American, women, Black American, I mean, that's who we are. So it doesn't necessarily matter. It's what we represent that matters. And that's where we're ultimately winning anyway.
Okay, there it is on your screen. If you, the viewer, have an idea, you can let me know. Reach out on social media. Maybe someone you're watching for who you think would be a good fit with the former president here as he aims to return to the White House. In the meantime, our thanks to Mark Lauder and Ashley Hayek for joining us this Friday. We do appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.